Hello you guys, and welcome back to another video. This is going to be a journal with me. This is basically me catching up on last week. So my week really did consist of not a whole lot of activity other than the fact that I worked like crazy on getting my stickers ready for this month's kit, which releases today, which is the 15th. So anyway, so that's been my life the last week. So, however, I did take pictures, so I'm going to kind of put these all on one spread, one double page, and so I thought I would film along with you. So, again, welcome everyone that has come over from the Crafty Girl. I'm glad you guys are here. I tried to answer everybody's messages, and I hope if you have any other questions, just let me know. I did order one of Crafty Girl's journals off of Amazon. And so I'm going to be using this for my October journal for my Halloween or October-ish themed journal. So I think I've basically have got this journal all set to go through the end of September, and then this will be perfect to move right into October. So I thought I'd take you guys along with me to go over how I'm going to get this set up, and yeah, so we're gonna tear it apart and take out some pages and go for it. So I'm excited about it. So we're going to see how this is a little different than what I'm used to, because usually I have stitches, but we'll go from there and we'll play along with it and see what we can come up with. Alright, so moving on to the current journal. We did document together the Monday, which was apples. We're all about apples. I did find this page from a scrapbook packet I got a couple years ago from Hobby Lobby, and so I wanted to keep these kind of handy. A lot of times if I want to create make sure I use these, which I'm really trying to use what I have in my stash, because I'm starting to feel a little overwhelmed with so much. Oh, I haven't had a chance to really clean my art room, and so it's been kind of like, it's sending me over the top, basically. Every time I come in here, I just play and I leave, and it's like, I've got to get it organized. So, with that being said, I cut these up so I can use these in my journal, and I won't forget. I'm going to use up all of these things. That's my goal. I'm going to keep them out because we will use some on this page. So that's my goal, is to use up those. Okay, so also we talked about this, we played in that last week, so I want to keep that kind of handy. I'm trying to keep things grouped together that I want to be using. And this is the other thing that I did mention that I love. So I want to go ahead and tear out something in here. I am full throttle into fall. I know that did I already do the sunflowers? I know that we already we're not really fall. We're still in summer, but I'm gonna put it out there and wish for fall to come as soon as possible. I'm so tired of the heat. And I want some rain and some cozy days, and so I am willing them in. I am going to be setting this up like this. We are in the cozy season. So, okay. So basically, since I really didn't have a whole lot going on last week, like I said, I was so busy every evening doing art, trying to get things ready, painting, all those kind of things. I'm just going to use this whole spread as so we're going to do Monday through, no, we already did Monday, and then we're going to do Tuesday through Friday. So I'm just going to kind of add this. What's really fun about these journals too, you guys, especially if you've been a scrapbooker like I have, and I really consider this another form of like memory keeping. it is memory keeping. It's memory documentation. It's not necessarily using your 12 by 12 scrapbook pages, but it is definitely memory keeping. You get to use all the pretty paper still, you know, so I love that. I love being able to still use it or everything in these journals, just like I would, because I love paper. I don't know about you guys, but I am paper. I love, love, love paper. So, and all the other things that come with it. So yeah, so I'm just, you know, I usually kind of have like where I do down the side, I do across the top. Is again, I'm going to be putting things on top of it, so, but it does add, like I said, you get to use pretty paper, and you get to add some backgrounds that are really pretty and seasonal. And ta-da! Now, didn't it feel the fall vibes going on already? So as I did mention, I did do some coloring on the background. I did have some questions over watercolor, so I will definitely touch on those, you guys. I use the Prima watercolors mostly. You can use the ones that you can get from other, is there a lot of lighting? Let me move this lighting over here, sorry. Just saw it was kind of dark. You guys can definitely use the watercolors that you can pick up at Hobby Lobby. Like, I love these. These I got from Hobby Lobby. I've had those forever. And so those are in their Master's Touch, so they will go on sale. I think this is another Hobby Lobby, which I use quite a bit. And I actually like this one. So I'm a pink girl, so a lot of times they don't have pink. So that's one of the things. And there's lots of tons of individual artists out there that make their own watercolor. But I have a tendency, you know, I just pick up. This is one I got on Amazon. The reason I got this one, this is called Paul Rubens, is because it sparkles. I don't use it very often because it's not real pigmented, but when you're looking for that extra sparkle, that's great. But yeah, so I may do just a video on watercolor. Let me know if that's something that you guys are interested in seeing, and I can definitely do that. Just kind of like go over things that I like to use, the pros and cons of, and believe me, I'm not an expert on it. I just, what I've just experienced is from me playing with watercolors. So, but in this case, I use Distress Stains. I know these aren't really available unless you can really find them. I don't think Tim Holtz puts those out anymore, but I think like this can be, you just kind of put it on the background and it fills in. But I think you can do your spray, so we can kind of play around with that and see if that's something that you guys are interested in doing. So, okay, so so I did cut out photos of what I went over this week. So 2 of these are Saturdays, so I'm just gonna cut them and put them away because I won't need them, this layout. And so this is, again, it's interesting. I took a lot of pictures of outdoors, which I love. I took a picture of sunrise here, which was Friday. Thursday we had a fire, which was not good. And these are Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So this was Wednesday. So I'm just kind of organizing these. This is another Wednesday. This was, oh, a rainbow. We did have a little bit of rain, you guys, so I'm very grateful for that. So that was Wednesday, and then Tuesday. Okay, Tuesday. I started a new journal. I know. This is kind of like a personal, like it's called Inner Guide. And it's like when you're trying to set a goal and it's 90 days to get that set up. So I am working on that. It's really not like you have to really be paying attention, but I started it yesterday. So, so I just went ahead and bought that so I could talk about it Okay, so, and my poor little Pokey, that if you guys aren't, let me see if I can bring that up a little bit. That's my little dog. He's a little Dachshund, and he's waiting for my husband to get home because he wants to go for a ride. And so he sits out there and waits. It's so sad, but it's him. So I have this bag full of, these are, I am part of the Stickii Club, STICKII, and sometimes in their what do you call it, stickers that you receive every month, they have little notepads. And so I put them all in here because I do, I use them quite a bit in my journals. Basically what I like to do is use them as backgrounds to put my numbers on. And they work out pretty good that way. I like them for that reason. Let's see. And they're all different fun, like different styles. And like this one is so cute. Storybook. Yeah, so just kind of rummaging through here to see what. Dreaming of Cozy Days, that is me. And what I really like about them too is they're different artists, so that's pretty cool to be able to support. You can go check them out once you find something or you like their style. And you're like, oh, I'm going to go look at that. Okay. And then, of course, I love these little name tags from Dollar Tree. They work perfect as backdrops too. If you watched my last video, I used one in that also. Okay. So I think I've gotten, oh, I got more than 4. 1, 2. This one's kind of a nighttime one. I'm gonna, it's so cute though. It's the bunny. I think I'm gonna use this. Kind of like keeping with the fall vibes a little bit. I like notepads versus like the sticky ones, you know. I mean, the sticky ones are okay, but they sometimes leave a film on the top. So I'm a big promoter of just little notepads. So what we're gonna do, because literally I'm just going to, I think I'm gonna put this one up here. I'm literally just going to add these and then put my photos and my dates. And then I'll come in and just kind of write like a little blurb of what the pictures are about. And then I'll probably like come in and fill in stickers and things like that too. But I really wanted to show you guys how another way that you can pop in your journal and just add, you know, do it in phases so that you don't get overwhelmed by trying to say, oh, I'm so, you know, a lot of times you'll hear in the journal world about, I'm so behind. Believe me, I am so behind a lot of time. Oh, I'm behind all the time. But what I've learned is I can come in here and kind of pop in and work in, whoops. Work in my journals, and then I think I'm going to do another square one. I'll save this little guy for later. But do, you know, work in a little bit here and there, and then that way and it kind of, to me, it's very relaxing to play and use all your supplies, because that's always fun to do. Okay, so this was Wednesday, right? Okay. So it may take you several days or several settings to get through, to finish up your page, but to me the most important, I mean, I've mentioned before that the writing to me is very important, but also this step is because to me it's like my pictures tell my story, you know, so I don't have to, speak of story, oh, and I love these. I got these from Little Craft Place. They're like very fall aesthetic photos. I love that. But again, I can come back. See, I get kind of sidetracked here. So many pretty things to play with. Let's see here. I don't really... Thinking that purple's not really going with things. Let's see what else we got. What's this? Oh, this one's perfect. Oh, he's cute. We'll do the frog. Okay. But see, like right now it has this artist information down below, so you can go find them on social media, or actually she has her, or they have their email address, so you can go check it out and, you know, support them and learn about them. That was such a pretty sunrise. It was really gorgeous. I'll put that in there, sunrise. Okay, then we'll add this little name tag over here and get it off of here. There we go. Once you put that down, there's no moving it. It's like, so yeah, but basically, yeah, I would love to hear what you guys want to, if you're new to journaling, if you have any questions, like how, I mean, anything can go. I know, like I said, I had a lot of watercolor questions, which I will, definitely, I will, I'm just reading some of these real quick. I'll be happy to answer or give whatever I've been doing. Just a little background too, I guess, on my journaling and scrapbooking. I've kept a journal and scrapbook for over 23 years, I guess. So I really started, actually I kept a scrapbook back in high school. And literally it's like with those old gray, big, gigantic scrapbooks. My great-grandmother kept a scrapbook, and so I was always fascinated by, she would sit in her back room and she would just glue things. And so I loved that concept, and so I started keeping the same, kind of idea of keeping that kind of scrapbook. And then as I got older, older, I was introduced, I don't know how I was introduced to scrapbooking. Of course, I think it was going to Hobby Lobby, I'm sure. And then we would do these crop nights and things like that. And I don't even know if my son was born yet. And he's 23 now. And so, yeah, so that's kind of like the love of it. But I've always kept also a handwritten journal. And so to me, keeping this type of journal has combined those two loves. It's like, so it's kept the actual concept of the day-to-day, the writing in the daily journal. I also have another journal that I write in like more in-depth feelings and things. This is just kind of like, this is what I did today. This is what's been going on in my life or whatever. I take pictures, I post things. And then for my personal I have more in-depth writing, which I guess so I keep still keep 2 journals, but this one is more day-to-day, everyday life, scrapbooking, and then that I combine scrapbooking and journaling, which I guess it's memory keeping. And then I have my personal. So that's kind of my story of how I've been doing this for so long. I can't imagine not keeping a journal at all. I think I would have major anxiety. Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Monday was the 9th. So wait, I want to get this right because I've done this before. So we're on Tuesday, right? So we did Monday. We're on Tuesday. What is Tuesday? The 9th. The 9th. Okay. I've messed up before, so it's like she's holding the little scroll, or yeah, scroll's holding the little 9. So yeah, so I can't even imagine not keeping some sort of documentation because I've done it for so long, and it really is my outlet. It's when me and my sister get together, I mean, I live and breathe this, I guess you could say, because this is what I want to do. This is like what I want to do when I'm doing nothing or when I'm doing something. I travel, I take journals. So like I said, I'm a big believer in this is such a great outlet for keeping your memories and for, you know, something positive and fun and creative all in one. So see, Thursday, and that was the 11th. So yeah, so even though I'm not writing what's happened, I've put in my photos, I've put in my dates, and now I can come in and add my stickers or add this actual writing the story. And this is kind of like one of the steps that I do because, you know, I had a comment that I thought was really interesting, which makes total sense about, you know, decorating uses one side of the brain and then writing is another side of the brain. And so sometimes I do find it hard to do both. I like to decorate and then I like to come back and write because then you're on a different, it's like you're transitioning your brain, which never thought about it, but it totally makes sense. Okay, so we're going to put this back in our little pocket so we do not lose the numbers. I think I mentioned that last time that I have a tendency to lose these numbers all the time, and I have no idea why. So we're going to put those there. So we have that laid out. Let's add just this, and then I will be coming back to, I think we need, I think I'm going to do this jump into fall because I totally am ready for fall. I'm jumping in both feet. Speaking of Crafty Girl, she's totally got me wanting to decorate my house, which I've started a little bit gradually. Like I said, this week has just been super busy trying to get things ready to post, and so that's been my focus this week, is just getting that stuff done. And I probably need to add something in here too that talks about that, because that is a big part of my life. Literally, I'm having to say, I'm busy, I can't do anything, you guys. Talking about my family, even though we did go to IKEA on Saturday, because that was part of the... So let's go ahead and put... This is the Sticker Club girl, you guys, if you're wondering about the Sticker Club. She looks so sweet next to Poke because she looks like she's patiently waiting for fall. And so these are like kind of a sticker. Oh, I'm going to put this on there too, because that book is about kind of, this little sticker says Dreams Art Journal. That's exactly kind of my goal here. I'm just going to put that right there. But yeah, so this is just kind of a, these are the stickers that go into the kit. So this is what, yeah, I've been drawing and making them into stickers and all the fun things. So if you're interested, go to my website and there's all the details there. If not, ask questions, send me a message. And yeah, so it's fun. I've been doing this for a while. Just started the sticker club like a couple years ago, but been doing kits for a while. Things may be changing though. Well, I say they will be changing this year. So, but I'll be doing an update on that soon. So yeah, so this is kind of where I would stop. You know, I could come in here and just I do like doing these where I combined all of them together, the days. Especially when not a whole lot has been going on. And I don't have like I didn't do a lot of running around or anything, so I don't have any like that kind of ephemera to add, but yeah, so I'll come in here and write my story. And so I like to use, what I'm doing now is kind of using different colors to separate the days. So that can be where your eye catches that as well. And then what other color? Here's a lighter, kind of a, you don't have to add pink. I need pink on every page, right? So that just kind of like separates them just a little bit. And yeah, I'll finish this out over here. Alright, you guys, well that creates a page ready to journal on. Got it decorated. And we will be adding more little things here and there. What I'll probably do is come in, like I mentioned, write it in, and then fill it in with stickers and those kind of things. So, alright you guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.